Number 2. A student has written a letter to the university newspaper. You will have 50 seconds to read the letter. Begin reading now. Now listen to two students discussing the letter.
Did you see the letter in the paper about the kitchens?
Yeah, I did. What did you think?
Oh, I really like her ideas. She's right that no one really cooks in there now. I know I sure don't after my own experience.
What was that?
Well, I came back to the dorm one night all wet from getting caught in a rainstorm, and I just wanted to warm up with a cup of tea. So I went into the kitchen, but all I could find was this battered old teapot that was bent out of shape, and there were no cups around at all.
That doesn't sound like fun.
It wasn't, and frankly, it was so inconvenient that I never used the kitchen again. But having some nice new stuff could make a real difference.
And what about her other suggestion? Do you think you'd want to go to them?
Oh, definitely. And I think other students would too, because a lot of us come here without basic skills. But there are students here who actually know quite a lot about cooking, and I'll bet they would be willing to teach the rest of us what they know.
Great idea. It would probably make more students want to go to them.
Right. And learning new recipes together would be fun. There are so many cool things to cook.
The students are discussing a proposal suggested in a letter written to the university newspaper. Briefly summarize the proposal and explain why the man agrees or disagrees with it.
Please prepare your answer after the beep.
This new proposes that the school should make 2 improvements to dormitory kitchens so that they're more widely used. First is to modernize it with new cookwares, and second, free cooking classes should be given. Because it's so inconvenient. I came back from a rainstorm and wanted to make
Please begin speaking after the beep.
The student proposes that the school should make 2 improvements to the dorm kitchens so that they're more widely used. First is to modernize it with new cookwares, and second, free cooking classes should be given. And in the conversation, the man totally agrees with these ideas because first, he says that right now, no one really cooks in the kitchen because it's so inconvenient. For instance, he came back from a rainstorm one night and he wanted to make a cup of tea. But he could only find a battered old teapot with no cups around. It was so inconvenient that he never used the kitchen again. So he thought that having some new stuff would make a difference. And second, he thinks that students will really go to those cooking classes because a lot of students come to the university without the basic skill of cooking. But there are a lot of students who know quite a lot, and they must be willing to teach those students. Plus, learning new recipe together is fun.
Western University has announced a new policy. You have 50 seconds to read the announcement. Begin reading now. Now listen to a conversation between two graduate students about the policy change.
I overheard you complaining about that new policy yesterday, Jim.
That's right. I think it'll actually be bad for the undergrads, and it's definitely going to be bad for us graduate students.
Why should grad students care?
Look, grad school is about seminars, small seminars with just a few students, right? And there's a reason for that. You need small classes to get good discussions and individual attention. Put too many people in, well, it's goodbye to all that. Plus, these undergrads are smart. They've got the grades, but they aren't always prepared in terms of prior coursework. That can slow things down for us.
Okay, and you were saying it's bad from their standpoint too?
Right. Look, you did your undergraduate work at another university, and so did I. And that's pretty typical in general. You do your undergraduate studies at one university, and you go somewhere else for graduate school. Grad school's an opportunity to widen your horizons, meet new people, different professors, maybe live in a new place. If undergrads stay on, they won't get that.
The man disagrees with the new policy. Explain why.
Please prepare your answer after the beep.
Disagrees because it's bad for the graduate students. Grad school is about small seminars so that students can have good discussion and individual attention. But this new policy will encourage a lot of undergraduate students to join. And they're not that prepared in terms of prior coursework, so this will slow down the class for the graduate students.
Please begin speaking after the beep.
The man disagrees with the new policy because first, he thinks that it's bad for the graduate students. Grad school is usually about small seminars, which can give students good discussion and also individual attention. But this new policy will encourage a lot of undergraduate students to join the class. Plus, the undergraduate students are not that prepared in terms of prior coursework, so they will actually slow down the class, and that's bad for the graduate students. And second, he thinks that the new policy will be bad for the undergraduate students as well, because he thinks that grad school is about widening your horizon, meeting new people, or living in a new place. But this policy will encourage the undergraduate students to stay on at Western University. So the undergraduate students who, again, enroll in Western University for their graduate degree won't have the opportunity to widen their horizon, meet new people, or live in a different place.